You have probably seen a video or two in your journey to minimalism that has been, well, a little scary. Yeah, me too. So consider this your after-school special on navigating the dangers of minimalism. Well, hello friends, I'm Mary Beth with At What Cost, where simple living and deep faith go hand in hand. Now, I frequently share some of my favorite resources with you when it comes to other YouTube channels or just resources in general to simplify life, deepen your faith. But when I started this journey of minimalism, I actually talked with a few people to try and get me started, I guess, in understanding what minimalism actually is. So let me show you a little bit of how that went. Welcome, welcome. Can you introduce yourself? Hey, yeah, I'm Betty Backpack. That's great. Thanks, Betty. It's nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about what has kind of drawn you into minimalism, how you practice minimalism. Oh, sure. So everything that I own is in my backpack right here. It is great. I got rid of all of my stuff and I just have a blanket, a change of clothes, and a book on how to have fun with no money. So how would you say minimalism has changed your life? Well, it just frees up more time for me to do the things that I want, like figure out more ways that I can get rid of things. Like I was carrying around a fork, a knife, and a spoon. But did you know that they make these utensils that are all of those in one? I was able to get rid of 3 things and just go to having one. Isn't that incredible? Interesting. Do you have any tips you could share with us or hacks? Things that have made it a little easier? Oh, of course. Well, I've saved time on laundry and showering and all of those things, and I just take the shower with my clothes on. My body gets clean and my clothes get clean. It's so minimal. Yeah, but how do you handle things that are close to your body? How do you handle that? I mean, you know the hack, right? Right side out, inside out, front and back. It's genius. Well, thanks for sharing today, Betty. I really appreciate it. Next. Hi, go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Molly Macrame. Great. Tell us what kind of first drew you to minimalism? Yeah, when I was drawn toward minimalism and started on this journey, I really fell in love with the simplicity of it. That kind of monochromatic palette, black shirts, white walls. Oh, and of course, all of the mid-century modern furniture, and I can't forget my plants. They're a really big part of what brings me peace. What would you say have been the benefits of minimalism? I have so much freedom. Once I got rid of most of my stuff, I had so much room for plants. I didn't realize how much I love connecting with nature. I mean, plants are just the best. Have you encountered any challenges along the way? Yeah, I mean, everyone has hurdles to overcome when they start on this minimalist journey. But once I found the right ceiling hooks. Ceiling hooks? I don't understand. No, to hang my macrame plant holders. Once I found the right ceiling hooks, it was smooth sailing after that. Oh. Well, thanks for stopping by today, Molly. I really appreciate it. Who's next? It can't be worse. Please tell me it's not worse. Hi, I'm Joy Sparks. It's gonna be worse. Hey there. Yeah, welcome. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what drew you to minimalism? Yeah, I discovered minimalism about 4 years ago. I don't know, whenever that special came out on Netflix, I just really connected with minimalism. So how do you decide what to keep and what to get rid of? I love minimalism. It's so easy. I mean, I just find an item and I just hold it. And if it makes me happy, I keep it. And if it doesn't, well, then I just let it go. Oh, okay. Well, how much have you let go then? Well, I mean, I've let go of a lot of things. I had some Tupperware containers. They didn't really bring me joy. But a lot of the things that I have, they make me so happy. And so I know that I can be minimal as long as I keep the things that make me happy. I do sometimes struggle though with the things that, I paid money for because I don't know, money kind of makes me happy sometimes. And so I don't want to let that go because that would be like letting my money go. But it's totally okay. I mean, I keep the things that make me happy. So I'm just happy all of the time. And I have minimalism and Netflix to thank for that. Well, Joy, that certainly sounds like a happy way to do things. Thanks for coming in today. Please tell me that's the last one. It's the last one, right? Yeah. Kind of scary, huh? Especially if you're a mom and you don't want to have to wear your underwear 4 times. Just saying.
Disclaimer: no minimalists were harmed in the making of this production. If any of the names or types of minimalists resemble someone you know, it is purely coincidence. Names were changed to protect those who seek to live with less, or at least with more plants.
I never wanted this journey to be like any of that. I actually had one goal in mind, and it wasn't even to become like the best minimalist I could be or to live with the very bare minimum that we could. It really was a desire to serve God. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed out. I was angry for no reason whatsoever. I could not figure out why I was so angry all the time. I was distracted. I wasn't spending time in the Word, at least not meaningfully. I was still teaching a Bible study, which meant I had to do my homework. But there's definitely a difference between practicing and living out your faith day to day and just kind of phoning it in. I knew that we needed less, but I needed to find a good balance. In my pursuit to kind of find a system to make this work, I realized that minimalism, especially when it comes to families, is pretty vague. There actually isn't a real true definition for the lifestyle of minimalism, which meant there weren't really any checklists or definitions or things that I could use to really help me flesh out exactly what this looked like. And so I began to do research, and then I did more research and even more research. And I was looking for the right answer. It actually became kind of a pursuit for the right answer. How many of this did we need to have? How many of that did we need to have? How was I going to do this the way that everyone else did it? And in that, how was I going to do it perfectly? It was almost like I was becoming a legal-minded minimalist. And in the Christian world, what do we call something that takes up all of our time, energy, thoughts, resources? Yeah, we call it an idol. Minimalism had somewhat become an idol for me in those early years. Yes, I got a lot of things out of my house, but the process seemed a lot more stressful than what it actually could have been. And I still didn't know exactly what minimalism meant for us as a family of 5 who likes to have some stuff around. What I discovered is that minimalism isn't really about checking off boxes. It's not about getting the right answer. It's not even actually living with the least amount of stuff. I found a really great kind of meme definition of this that said that minimalism is reducing items to enhance quality. And I like that definition. I certainly wanted to reduce what I needed to enhance the quality of our lives. The quality of my relationships with my husband and my children, the quality of my relationship with God. I wanted to increase the quality of my work because I was not so overwhelmed and strung out trying to figure out how I was going to get out from under that mountain of laundry or toys or dishes or papers or whatever. For me, minimalism is really about pursuing God and my relationship with Him and eliminating anything that stands in the way of that. Whether it's our schedules, our physical items, the emotional baggage that we attach to those items, I want to put anything that is standing in the way of my relationship with God on the altar as a living sacrifice. I want to be a living sacrifice for the Lord. And relationships are not the only thing that I have felt the benefit of minimalism from. Our house is a lot easier to clean up, even when it's at its worst and it feels overwhelming. It just takes a few minutes to put things back in their place and throw out things that needed to be thrown out and take things that need to go to the donation center to the donation center. I've been able to engage with my children more. I've been able to engage in our community here more. And I definitely feel like I have the time and energy to devote to the things that really matter most. If you want to learn more about how to keep a balanced lifestyle with less, I would love for you to click the video link right up here. I will share how I reduced 80% of the things out of our home, like the actual process that I took. And I'll talk about some of the things that I would not do again if I were going to set out on this journey with all of the same stuff that we had. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you again, keep fighting the good fight.